Shalom. Kol Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, as well as the few Akwat that listen and learn. This is a Brother Shawar with a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And what we have, in front of us as we, live out these last few major prophecies in the latter days of Esau, Edom's wicked kingdom, you have pretty much the Lord continuing to sift the house of Israel and to make it more and more known who his men are. And through the Spirit, those of us who are sincere in this thing and really honest with ourselves, to be, if you want to keep it plain, if you're honest with yourself, man, you'll see the men of the Lord are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the brothers that teach the likewise doctrine. And obviously the brothers and those who learn from the elders and apostles. That is where the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai resides, and it's becoming more and more evident. So you have to ask yourself, as a new believer, and or maybe a brother or sister who's trying to find their way to, to find the light, man, to find the truth, and to find that straight gate that you may be saved in the day of the Lord's wrath. Right? You got to ask yourself, who's really rightly dividing the word of truth? Who is, really combing through the scriptures? Who is breaking down the prophecies with detail, lining them up with what's really going on in the world and what makes sense, man. That you got to really, you got to ask yourself these things, because a lot of these other camps are pushing wayward doctrines, whether they're sincerely wrong, meaning they're just wrong and they don't know it, or whether they're, they sold out and just trying to go against the truth, which I believe most of them are. Whatever it may be, as a follower and a believer, you gotta weed that out. You gotta look through that. You gotta see past, things that are just appealing to the flesh. Because for example, IUIC has the nice garments and the presentation and whatever, but it's about the word, man. It's about the doctrine. It's about what truly is the truth, and what is the way of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All that other stuff in this world is vainglory and, everything, everything surrounding, everything that's not of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, for the most part, is just vain, man. This world is about to be destroyed. So all this stuff that other camps may be trying to hold on to, like money and businesses and connections, just trying to please women, trying to please, Jake, trying to please the flesh of prophesying smooth things to grow their congregation and to be popular. All these things aren't going to matter when the Lord brings complete hell and devastation, pestilence, destruction, all the calamities written about in Jacob's trouble. When the Lord brings this, none of that stuff is going to matter. And the only way to get through that is if the Lord is with you. And if the Lord is going to be with you, he's going to be with those who are ultimately a part of the elect, but those who have the true gospel and follow the true gospel. So let's get this in 2 Timothy, the second chapter, and it reads, "Study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Right, so when you're going into the scriptures and you're learning, of course, the Lord has set up men to teach us, right? But you have to be thorough, man. You got to look up and see these other camps, or this other camp right now, Wi-Fi, Watchmen for Israel, where not too long ago, basically making fun of brothers of Great Millstone and the apostles for going into words and and bringing up articles. But this is what rightly dividing the word of truth is. You're broadening your understanding when you go into certain words. And you're dealing with translated languages from ancient languages to what we have now, this, wicked language, English, which is one thing can mean so many different things. Not to mention Esau's new speak, changing the definition of certain words. So to get the real understanding, you got to do that a lot of the times. And it helps you understand and then see what the scriptures are saying that much more. Right? And obviously articles, it just connects you to current events and you can filter things out through the scriptures. But this is what the true prophets, the true men of the Lord, the true believers, that they're going to do this. They're going to be rightly dividing the word of truth. Verse 16, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Right? These wayward doctrines that do not line up with the scriptures, that are really, they're just off. All it is going to lead to you being destroyed. That's pretty much what it's going to lead to. Ultimately, you're going to be led to taking the MOTB because they're not telling you what it really is. They're trying to find a loophole to justify taking it when it comes because they know it's here. When the Lord told us, don't take that, man. If you take it, it's a death sentence. And this devil ultimately is trying to enslave the whole planet. That's what the elites want to do. But the Lord is going to come deliver us from that. But, that's what it comes down. That's what you're going to end up doing. Right? So let's get this in Isaiah 62:6, and it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Right? So the Lord has set up watchmen. Right? The Lord has set up men. And then they're going to be prophesying and then, pushing the words in the warning of the judgment coming, day and night, man. And you look at the Men of Great Millstone, the videos come out day and night throughout all the four corners of the earth. From Australia to Babylon to, Italy to Germany, to Canada, everywhere, man. To South America, Nigeria. So, and it's nonstop. Scriptures also say that this word is likened unto living waters because it's just a constant flowing thing, man. That's how it's supposed to be. And the men of the Lord are not going to keep silence about this warning. And, they say, a lot of people say all brother, all you guys talk about is the MOTB and certain topics and the certain warnings, Jacob's trouble or whatever they want to say that, the apostles and elders and the brothers keep talking about. But that's the job of the prophets and the men of the Lord, is to continuously bring the warning, not to keep silence. Because this is what the Lord commanded them to do. He commanded us to continuously bring it out, that the elect be sealed, and that nobody has an excuse in the day of the Lord's judgment. Because when that time comes, man, and the famine of the word hits, meaning there's not going to be the prophets aren't going to be in the highways and hedges. There's not going to be no more lessons on the internet. It's just going to be the wisdom, knowledge, understanding you have, Isaiah 33:6, that you've built up, and your faith and connection with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And if it's not rooted, properly, then that foundation is not going to stand. You're going to break, you're going to take the MOTB, or you're going to get caught up in the calamities and the destruction or famine that's before us. And this is what a lot of these other camps and a lot of these Israelites don't understand. They don't really understand how serious this thing is about to get. And if you haven't been watching, the Lord is not playing, man. What just happened in Turkey, although it seemed fishy that Esau, that America probably played a role in that. It didn't look natural, but nonetheless, it's still the Lord bringing judgment. All the pestilence and just so many things going on, so much judgment going out. You got to understand the Lord is not playing. And it's about to get a million times worse. Right? So let's just get this in Second Esdras, and then we'll close. Like I said, I just wanted to make this quick. So this is Second Esdras 6:70, and it reads, For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right? So Esau is getting ready to come down with that great wrath. Revelation 12:12. He's really coming. He's really going to come and try and establish this NWO and take out Jake, especially those that know the Israelites. Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tired as the gold, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Right? So from all this destruction and calamity that's coming, and persecution from the enemy, the Lord is going to make sure his elect is good. And even those that are beheaded for the sake as a witness to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the martyrs for the Lord, they're going to be risen up right back. They're going to be the first ones risen up when the Lord comes back, when he makes his return, as it is written. But there's going to be known who the Lord's chosen are. Not only, even before this, because the prophecies are going to be speaking. It's going to be just you can't even question it. You're not going to be able to question it. Right? And not too long ago, the elder Manat Zakba out of South Carolina made a video that was entitled GMS Was Right. I want to leave WFI. Right? And people are going to be in this spirit more and more, man. They're going to see that these other camps, they don't have it, man. The Lord is not with them. They truly don't have the oil. And it's going to be known who the Lord is given this oil, which is the truth. So the truth resides at Great Millstone, man, starting with the apostles and elders. And you got to ask yourself who is truly, rightly dividing the word of truth. And you got to be honest with yourself, right? And pray to the Lord that he guides you to the right, to the right teachers and keeps you on the right path. Because that's what it comes down to, man. If the Lord is not with you, then you have no chance. That's why you got to fear the Lord, man. But like I said, I wanted to make this quick. Lord willing, this was edifying. And it did what it was supposed to do through the Spirit. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, Khan Yasharala, and the Bible Ball.
Psalms chapter 84 and verse 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. So one day in the kingdom of heaven is better than 1,000 of your best days on this side, man. Let me repeat that again. One single day in the kingdom of heaven is better than 1,000 of your best days on this side, man. Okay? Where things were better for you. Moments that you could reminisce on and say, yeah, that was a good day. The kingdom of heaven blows it out the park, man. It blows it out the water. Just one day. Not to mention, the Heavenly Father, he's going to stretch out the time. He's going to expand the time so you can enjoy your immortality. You can enjoy your life. And the Lord said in Wisdom of Solomon, he created the Israelite man to be an image of his own eternity, man. We're going to be a likeness of his own eternity, man. We're going to be many most highs, man. We're going to be many most highs. Okay? Gods on earth under Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And also what's going to make us gods? These laws, statutes, commandments, and us judging by the laws, statutes, commandments, but also these laws being in our inward parts, making us those perfect judges. Not to mention, we experience these different reincarnations in this wicked flesh, So we know how to judge the flesh. We know how to judge this body because we've been in this body many times. Okay? But once again, the kingdom of heaven is going to be patterned after the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. A righteous paradigm.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.